If the market's acting a little bit weak, how do you go out and still sell vertical spreads in a bearish environment, in an environment that's a little more chaotic, an environment where we have a little bit of craziness going on? How do we go out and still sell vertical spreads? More specifically, vertical put spreads. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. If you don't know me, I'm Sasha, the options coach. I've been teaching people to trade options over the last decade, classes, courses, books, and even one-on-one. So when we look at selling vertical spreads, this is something we just talked about in my latest class, Crash Proof Trading. If you'd like more information, just go ahead and write me a comment down below or send me a message. Better yet, even reach out on the website at optionsblackbeltthere.com. But here, if we look at this concept of selling a vertical spread, and we're going to go in and take a quick peek on, let's go to Starbucks here because I don't have a position on this one. And if we're going out about 36 days, we're starting to look at the expirations here, and we're looking at the delta. Now, in your case, you might decide to do a little bit of shorter duration. That's fine. I'm just looking at about a 30-day time frame because what we're going to do is we're going to set up something that's a little bit more insured. Now, you could do a couple of different things for hedging and reducing your risk when it comes to actually doing a crash environment. So the first thing that you could do is, number one, well, trade smaller, right? So if you normally trade, let's say 3 contracts, well, go to 1 contract or go to 2. Number 2 is reduce the width or the size of the width. So if you normally do, let's say, a $3 wide, go to a $2 wide or go to a $1 wide. Okay, so that's another thing that you could do. You could, in fact, also, it sounds a little counterintuitive, but you could also go in and get a closer delta. A closer delta will actually reduce the risk or the total max risk of the trade. So if you're trading, let's say, a 10 delta, you can actually go to a 20 delta, and it will mean you risk less capital. Now, some people don't like that because it's a little closer, and they may say, oh, don't do that, right? So if you're in the comments writing, oh, don't do that because now you're closer. You actually, though, in total, what I'm referring to is because you're reducing the total risk of the trade if it totally blows up in your face and goes to 0 or max loss. So the max loss here is actually smaller. However, what I'm going to do is also discuss this from a point of, let's say, hedging. So once you've got all of these things, what you can do is, let's say you've got 10 or 20 contracts going already. This assumes you're spreading things out, but let's say you've got 10 or 20 contracts going. What you could do is buy some additional protection. And this is what we're going to talk about right now. So, and this is something we talked about in the class. Okay, so what we can do is, let's say we're going 30 days out. And by the way, keep an eye out spotting prices. There's a 0 right here, which means, ooh, something's mispriced. Anyway, this is the paper platform though, so sometimes they are mispriced. Okay, if we go out and we sell a vertical spread right like this, and now what we've got is this vertical put spread. Now this put spread right here, I'm looking to make 54 against $146 of risk, but let's say you're selling 20 contracts. So now you're trying to make about $1,000 versus $3,000 of risk. That might sound okay, but here's where the issue lies a little bit, is if it continues to go down, you can actually continue to lose. So what we're going to do is we're going to go tweak this to a custom, and then we will fine tune this and add an extra one. And what you'll see then is it's going to start popping up this tail end. So what we're doing is really curving the tail end behind this position. And then what we'll do is we'll add another one, and then we can add another one and another one. And how much do you add? Well, what you're trying to do is smooth out the downside curve, smooth out the downside picture. And when you have something like that, then you're really smoothing out, call it the tail end risk. And yes, we make less money in total, but what we're getting is downside protection. So in a bearish environment, volatile environment where you're a little more worried, crazy political environment, crazy world environment, whatever the case is, now what you've got is much more smoother downside risk. It's not to say that you can't lose, but what you're doing is smoothing out the downside problem. So now you're only going to make 430 instead of before, let's say 700 that we could have made. By buying that insurance, you make less, but what you're getting is a smoother downside problem. So this way, what you can do is actually you're still taking a shot in the way that you want it to take, meaning for the upside, but you're just doing it with more protection. anyways, this is one of the concepts we covered in the class. So hope you enjoyed this concept. It's known as a back ratio spread in a way. And what we've got is really a defensive vertical put. But obviously, you can also start with just reducing contract size. You can reduce the width. All of those things do work and apply. And I highly encourage you to start in that spot first. And then by all means, you can add this to your game plan later on. So thank you so much for joining me. Truly appreciate it. If you got questions on some of the things I do, just reach out in the comments or on our website. It's probably the best way. And I will see you in the next video. Take care.